Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for September 2024. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your monthly reading for September. I can't believe we're here already. The year is really flying on by, but here we are. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And as I shuffle the cards, I will let you know what's going on astrologically for the month ahead. Okay, so let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know for the month of September? Well, we've officially moved into Virgo season, and let's just face facts. This is a really big month for a number of reasons. It will literally be the wild card energetically that bridges us all to the very intense and climactic month of October. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves and focus on September 1st, shall we? The heavyweight planets Pluto and Uranus are here to shake things up a little bit, as if we weren't already dealing with quite a lot. And of course, Saturn clashes with the new moon on the 2nd, and then we have a full moon eclipse on the 17th of September to top things off. But let's just take a minute to catch your breath and really dissect this energy to see how you can utilize it, because it's powerful and it can benefit or enrich your life personally in some way. Well, firstly, Virgo season encourages us all to be the best version of ourselves, and it makes us, serious about progress to stay on track towards our goals, and of course, be very organized. Saturn is a hard taskmaster as well, making sure we get back to basics, remain grounded and focused in all of your endeavors, and you may feel called to detox this month, or even set new health goals in motion. Or perhaps feel compelled to meticulously cast a critical eye on areas of your life that could run a little smoother. But do be mindful to be compassionate with your wonderful self, as it can be a destructive energy to pursue perfection. Cleansing, cleaning house, metaphorically, or, repairing things physically, DIY, decluttering, and completing anything that you've started will be a primary focus this month. So let's take a little bit of a deep dive into the astrological stuff that's going to be pretty difficult. And if you'd rather not hear about the intense influences that the planetary alignments have in store for us this month, then please fast forward until all the cards are on the table. And if that's you, see you on the other side. And for the rest of you who want to stay on, let's talk about combustible planet Uranus. It slows down to a stationary retrograde position on the 2nd of September in the sign of Taurus, and this really is a big deal. Uranus is a rebellious planet that tends to shock us or awaken us with brutal, global, or personal truths. It can cause sudden restructures, U-turns on promises, disruptions, and even chaos. It can also amplify seismic or volcanic activity, especially when it comes to volcanoes that have lain dormant for quite some time. There may also be an increase in tornado or hurricane strengths, as well as weather systems in general, and we may also see more water-related events there too. From now until October, we could also see large-scale power or internet outages. They will be brief, but they'll be major. Travel disruptions could also occur there as well. Now, Uranus tends to break things apart, to shift pressure, or abolish things that are no longer working, to force us all on a personal level, but also on a global scale, to transform, fix, or find a solution for the better. What we do need to keep an eye on is the fact that Uranus is currently in the sign of Taurus. So we could see some critical wobbles in the financial sector, or even some change in some countries of how they interact with money as a physical, tangible asset. So it would be a really great idea to save down any financial statements as proof of funds, or any important documents, projects that you're currently working on, in case there are gremlins in the system. Now, I'm not here to worry anyone or scare anyone. I only mention this because Pluto re-enters Capricorn, and the last time that happened was in 2008. If you know what I mean. It will be there until the 19th of November, where it will then switch signs into Aquarius. For those of you who do not know what I mean, there was a financial crisis then. Just so you're aware. Also, the last time that Pluto entered Aquarius was 1778, a time of revolution. I did mention this in my yearly forecast for 2024, and I'm just reminding you all. I'm not saying that we're going to repeat that cycle, but it could lend itself to some pretty turbulent energy. It's not all doom and gloom, of course, but I have to be honest with you all, and most of you who've stayed to listen to this part, you know, you can already feel the shift and you kind of know where it could be headed. On a positive note, this combination could expose major corruption in long-standing establishments, to tear down the curtain of secrecy, reveal global truths, shocking news that brings change to the status quo. There could also be breakthroughs in new technology. Now, the combination of Uranus and Pluto could see sudden removals of political figures too. And on a global scale, you know, of course, there is going to be a lot going on in the next 3 months. I'm not going to lie to you. And really, September is the catalyst. But on a personal level, challenging times draw people together. Unity, choosing to coexist in harmony, perhaps inspiring some people to look at the alternative paths in life. More millionaires are actually made during these times too. So it can be positive. We can harness that energy for our benefit. And remember, we are currently in Virgo season, which will affect us all. And Virgo is the great strategist, the calm in the chaos, who locks onto the goal beyond the chaos and strides boldly towards successfully making life happen on your own terms, regardless of the circumstances outside of yourself. It's about leaving the familiar to accomplish the extraordinary. Embrace this combustible energy to work with you and not against you. And of course, I have saved the best for last, for we have a glorious trine as our saving grace. Venus will be in your sign, my beautiful Librans, to form a wonderful trine with Jupiter. So you're going to feel that good luck more than most. Planet of good luck, of course, and auspicious outcomes. So for you personally, anything you've been working hard to accomplish, it will be met with positive results. And if you're looking for love, opportunities to meet new people are being sent your way. If you're in a relationship already, good times lie ahead as you team up to overcome any challenges. Towards success, you shall be moving forward and deepening your loving connection. Now, your first card there is the Empress. And of course, this is not agenda-specific reading. This is about you tapping into the energy of productivity, of creativity, and really making your month work really well for you. There's going to be a lot of success, a lot of abundance. But I also feel with this card, this is about nourishing yourself, really looking at what it is you want to accomplish. I feel this is about stopping to smell the roses as well. Even though you're busy, I mean, you've got a lot of heavy energy going on. In fact, you've got mainly major arcana cards in your spread. So I feel there's a lot of change around you. Intuitively, you're making some radical lifestyle changes there. You're harnessing the energy so that you can control the outcome. You're being serious about your goals, your responsibilities, your bills, all of those things. And I feel this is about protecting your position, but also it's about making sure you have time for yourself and really focusing on the things you really want to enjoy as accomplish at the same time. Now, the Empress energy, it can indicate that some of you are going to be focused on some sort of beauty routine or regime this month. It could be that you have additions to your wardrobe, or you find a new product that you're going to really love. It doesn't have to all be about work and, you know, going out there and have fun. It can be about how you invest in yourself. So some of you, it may be that you may be transforming something for the better in your life. It could be a personal development project. I mean, your 12 12th house and your 6th house are governing you this month. And the 12th house is the big philosophical energy of where you feel like you belong. So this is about connecting to a part of yourself that you feel like you've lost touch with. This is about you rekindling your lust for life, thinking about, the things that you used to love doing, things that you really want to reconnect to now, as well as rediscover that part of yourself that either you felt like you had to put on hold, or these tasks and responsibilities that perhaps you've been putting to the sideline. I feel this is the month of accomplishment for you, and anything you've got in motion already, you will complete it as a task and feel really proud of yourself. You're someone who is super talented. This is a card of talent, and so is this. So this is also like a double hit of talent. You have a lot of natural gifts, and I feel like you're tapping into that sense of creativity this month to really accomplish a lot of things, but at the same time to tap into otherworldly kind of energy. So this is about manifestation, and it's about accomplishing whatever it is you set out to achieve, visualizing and making your dreams become your reality. Also, with that 12th house, which is, of course, the deepest part of your chart, you may feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. This is a time to commit yourself to your higher self. So you may find time for solitude. Some of you may even want to independently go off and experience new things. Now, these could be creative endeavors or creative classes that you're going to. For some of you, it could be you really looking at where you invest your energy, what wastes your time, drains your energy. This is about you focusing on what it is that you really enjoy and what really benefits you. But also this card, along with your 12th house, this is the deeper sense of awareness, receiving important messages. Your dreams may contain some solutions for you or some ideas, and some of you may even have prophetic dreams where you see something before it actually happens. So pay close attention to your dreams there. Also, this is a card of withdrawing in order to basically do you, okay? It's really about you energizing yourself, nourishing yourself, seeing that you've got a lot of potential. Now, for example, some of you may be parents, okay? And this is a card of parenting. So it can mean that some of you, it's really hard to get some time for yourself, but you may manage it this month, where you obviously love spending time with your children, but at the same time, you need a little bit of space for you. So it could be that you and your partner, if you have a partner, you have a date night, or if you are someone who is single currently and you're looking for love, it could be that you start talking to someone online, or you meet someone at an event. It's actually going to take you by surprise, by the way. And it could be that there is a perfect match here, okay? Because we've got the Empress and we've got the Emperor. So I feel this is a strong potential. Even though you may feel that you don't have much time, I feel like you'll make time, okay, for some sort of date. And I feel it'll be very enjoyable. And there's a lot of communication and a lot of sort of talking about ideas, dreams for the future. It just feels really dreamy with this date energy that I've got coming through. So if you are a parent, whether you're a single parent or whether you are in a partnership, I feel there is a date energy going on, and it's going to surprise you, and it's going to actually be very enjoyable. And there's this energy of togetherness, unity, and love. Now, also that High Priestess, some of you may actually be very interested in the otherworldly experiences. So you may decide to book maybe... Okay, there's lots of things coming up, so I'm just going to go through what I'm being given. It may not resonate with everyone, but I have to honor the energy that comes out. Some of you may want to go on a ghost hunting event, or it could be that you're trying to contact the spirit world in some way. Some of you may just want to watch documentaries on it. It could be that you're watching movies regarding spirituality. It could also be that you're learning how to do tarot, or it could be that you're learning to scry, or you're just learning to tap into your intuitive gifts. Some of these mindfulness ways could be through meditation, or it could be that in stillness comes wisdom. I see a lot of you looking at your legacy, thinking about the knowledge and the experiences that you have in life already. And I feel like you're tapping into what the lesson could be in those experiences. A lot of you are doing some processing. So in stillness and in quietness, there's going to be a lot of profound thoughts that come towards you. You really wondering where it is that you belong, thinking about where home is. And of course, although your 12th house is influencing you at the beginning of the month, so this is a very spiritual time for you, a very thoughtful time for you about, your energy, your power. Actually, you're going to see something you've been manifesting for quite some time show up for you. And it's two things I'm being given too. Something that you're really going to love and something that will be good news. Okay, so one I feel is physical in nature and the other one is news, it's communication. So pay close attention to the middle of the month there, because I feel there is going to be some good things coming your way. But your 6th house takes over in the middle of the month as well, and that's really about your daily routines. So you may feel that this house, it's a little bit dull, boring. It just means that you're just keeping life running smoothly. Very important. Simplicity is the key. So you'll be focusing on work if you're in a career, paying bills, maybe pension plans, focusing on savings, budgets, repayment plans, basically responsibilities and tasks, keeping your home space organized. And this is the house, as I said, it's very important to keep things running as smoothly as possible. And you'll also be focusing on your health with this particular house, especially with your 5 of Pentacles there. I feel a lot of you have been on the go. You've been super busy. These are two major energies, so you're in a very powerful starting position for the beginning of the month. This could be that you're withdrawing to create something, or you're just working on something that you're keeping secret right now, but you're giving it all that you've got, because that Magician card is full power, using all the elements. It's a potent message of your creative magic. So you are the powerful manifester, but also you are the creator. And I feel this is about you taking charge of your life in some way, being realistic with your circumstances, and making your dreams and goals become a reality. There's a potential there for burnout, so just watch out for that. I would say watch your immune system as well, because I'm getting two things. One is the immune system, because I feel like there's potential for colds and flus this time, of course. So I'm seeing that there. It could be that you're run down or there's a missing vitamin, but I feel it's linked because I'm getting like a twitch in the right eye. It doesn't have to be the right eye, but I'm just getting like a twitch. Sometimes it twitches. I just feel like my eye right now is not twitching, but I'm getting it as an image in the water because I'm scrying in the water at the same time as doing a reading. Some of you may identify that you have like a vitamin deficiency. I mean, it could be linked to lack of sleep perhaps recently, but I feel it's more located towards a deficiency in a vitamin, something that you can get naturally in food substances, of course, but I feel like you may identify what it is and just increase that and it'll go away. But it may be frustrating or annoying. It may even come when you're about to do something major, like have an interview or go on a date or something that is critical that perhaps you have been overthinking or a little bit stressed about. So I feel you'll take control of it. It's going to be fine. Okay. Now, also the Magician card is a potent message of your thoughts. Thoughts become things, okay? And I feel like you may be surprised at what it is that you command into your reality. So watch your thoughts, watch the words that you use, because I definitely see that you are going to be able to create something that is very powerful for you. I just see that you're going to be very busy, okay? With the Emperor energy, you're taking charge, you're being strict with your time. I feel the beginning of the month is a nicer energy. It just feels very much like you are thinking about lots of new ideas, you're focused on your friends, your family, the people that you really care about, you're deepening your belief system, and you're tapping into otherworldly stuff. So lots of, I did say ideas, but I also feel like lots of knowingness happening as well. Knowing that something you start or create or are working on right now is going to be very successful. And I would also say the end of the month is an energy where you are a little bit stricter on yourself with your budget. Could also be that there's a bit of chaos there because we've got the Tower. We will tap into that in a moment. But the Emperor is present, which means you take control of a chaotic situation. And we'll get to that when we get to that. Now, in the resistance position, we have the Justice card, and it is in the reverse. Now, I would say that some of you may discover something about somebody that has been withholding information, or perhaps you hear about some sort of change that you're a little bit worried about. So if you're in a career, for example, there could be some sort of restructure going on. You may hear of some downsizing going on there. But looking at your energy, I feel like if you're in a certain position, there is a potential here for promotion for you. But you may hear of somebody, perhaps, either being made redundant or, some issues there. So, this could shock you, or there could be some sudden change in the location of where you work. It doesn't have to be, connected to work. It could be that, you've been in a neighborhood for quite some time and suddenly a store that has been there for so many years suddenly closes down, or it could be that there's like a monument that's well known in your town or city and it's like being demolished, and it's just like, whoa, things are changing. I was really surprised about that. So I feel some of you are a little bit disappointed in some of the changes that are going on there. But ultimately, I feel like you're in a really secure position yourself, okay? I'm going to move away from that energy. With the Justice card in the reverse, this can indicate that you've been feeling a little bit out of sorts recently. And I feel for the majority of you, it's like a vitamin imbalance there, or maybe a hormonal imbalance. It could be a deficiency there as well. Of course, please seek out some sort of medical practitioner, because I'm not one, and you have the Emperor energy there as well, which represents good advice if you are, basically needing some. But I don't see anything untoward here, but I will just check out that Tower and the Five of Pentacles at the end of the month for you, okay? Because anything that's in the resistance position, it will go into the upright, which means you find a solution. So if you're presented with a problem that is critical at the end of the month, you find that solution, you're completely in charge. Your final card is the Emperor, which means you've got it under control, and actually you're celebrated for it. Also, this card can indicate that you're putting a lot of effort into something, and you're going to get some sort of good karma or recompense there too. A lot of you are going to be thinking about reciprocity this month, looking at what you put in terms of your effort into something. Some of you may even withdraw in order to focus on something as a sideline. I would say if you're moonlighting, for example, in a career, and it's in your contract that you're not meant to do that, just watch out for that, because the sun is there and the Tower, which can mean an awakening or a revelation or a realization. So it could be that you're exposed, or, that someone finds out. Maybe just keep it to yourself with that High Priestess. The High Priestess is mute, so it tends to mean that she doesn't really speak. She goes inwards. So I would say keep it to yourself. Work hard in silence towards something, but just make sure that if you're like working in a company and you're also like writing your memoirs, for example, on the side when you've got a moment, I would just like watch out. I would say walls have eyes and ears at this stage, and there could be someone who tries to expose you, or tries to basically be very critical about the situation, because I feel like they're actually jealous, and they're a bit cranky about their own circumstance, so they're projecting it onto you. So just watch that there as well. Now, this card, of course, is about being, honest with yourself. It's about leading with integrity. For some of you, with the Justice card in the resistance position, it could be that you're trying to get receipts together. You are trying to get on top of like mail, emails, phone calls, and all your tasks and responsibility, administrative tasks, things like that. It feels like business as usual, but I feel like you're trying to keep on top of things there. If you're an entrepreneur, you could outsource during this time, so you could find someone who could help you with some of those I would say those mundane tasks where you focus a little bit more on the creativity, bringing the ideas. And of course, if you work for a company, this could be that for some of you, after a long period of having no support, there may be someone drafted in who's new, who can help out in some way, but I feel like they're temporary. It could be that they're brought in at a critical time. Also, for some of you, this could be tax time. It could be that you're keeping all your affairs in order, trying to get receipts together, and just, doing all the data stuff in order to make sure everything is running smoothly. Also, I would say contracts on things. There could be something, and this came up in another reading, okay? So maybe it's a time period where contracts and services come to an end. So I would say keep an eye on any contracts that have an expiry date. For some of you, if you've like entered into some sort of subscription that has like a free trial, but you don't want to continue it, I would say cut it off now, because you may forget about it, and the Tower energy and the Five of Pentacles, it could cost you, and you may have to pay for like 1 or 2 months, or maybe there's some sort of an agreement where they say, oh yeah, now you've entered into a 3-month binding contract. So I would just watch out for that. It doesn't have to be like related to like a TV channel or anything like that. It could be some sort of, because I'm getting a really weird energy in the water. So I'll just give you what I'm being given. I don't know if there is such a place as this or this exists, but I'm being given this, so I have to give it to you. So for example, if you're purchasing some really lovely shoes online, right? And you're like, oh, these seem really cheap. That's really awesome. And it says discount, click here or whatever. And you do that, and then you find out that actually, because it's subscription based, it feels subscription based. I don't know what this is, but I'm being given this energy of it. So it may be that you have an obligation to purchase then like a pair of shoes a month or every 2 months. It seems so random. I don't even think something like that exists out there, but I would say read the fine print on anything that you connect to over the next month, because this card, it can indicate anything new that you're connecting to, or if you've already entered into some sort of free trial, it could be coming to a critical expiry date. And if you don't really want it or you won't utilize it, now's the time to really click off or disconnect, end it, because there could be some sort of recompense there where you have to enter into a binding contract. Okay, so I'm just going to move away from that. For some of you, may have to go to customer services to get it nullified there too. Also with the Justice card, some of you could be going through some legalities. Could be that you're purchasing a home. Some of you may actually be looking into some legalities for your parents or guardians right now. It could be that you are someone's PA right now in the family unit. As much as keeping your own life in order. They may be asking a lot of you, which is wonderful. I feel like you're definitely there to help, but don't overburden yourself. If it's something that you can do another time, you don't have to do everything in a day. Make sure you keep moderate pace, because I feel like you've got a lot on your plate, and there is just a strong potential right at the end of the month to forget something that's coming through there. So just keep your eye on it. I mean, this card, it screams write a list. Okay, so tick anything off that you've accomplished, and then you're on to the next, especially since we're in Virgo season. Now also with the Justice card, that means some good karma is coming back around. Something is being offered to you, and you may have to make a decision, because the Justice card is about weighing up your options. And we've got 2 aces here. These seem pretty good, but they are in the resistance position at first. So some of you may have been disappointed. You may have felt that something didn't go your way, and it's just unfair. But the universe says, trust the process. We're about to send you something even better than the thing that you thought you lost out on. So I feel, you know, there's something good coming your way. It may surprise you, but it is coming your way all the same. Now, with the Ace of Cups and the Justice card there, I would say in this position, some of you may have been going through a divorce, or you're going through divorce proceedings right now, and it's a really tough time. I'm sending you a huge hug out there. Sometimes we ask the question, where does the love go? You know, and that's never a question you're going to get answered. Things change, people change, we outgrow each other, but sometimes we outgrow each other because we were meant to learn a lesson with that person, and then our contract with that person spiritually is ending so that we can open ourselves up to new lessons and new people. So I feel like once it comes to an end, I mean, with the Tower there, I feel it could be a bit of a shocking outcome. I will pull a card on it just to see. But with the Justice card present, I feel it's kind of fair, okay? I would say it's almost like there could be an appeal. I don't know how, you know, divorces work, but if you're in like a legal battle with somebody, I feel there could be an appeal, okay? But I feel when there's like a separation of things going on in a divorce, it could be that it's a little bit messy. And with that Five of Pentacles, for some of you, you may feel a little bit hard done by, a little bit like annoyed by it. But actually, I feel when it finally ends, it feels like it works in your favor. Okay, so let me just pull a quick card on that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide? 6 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, Six of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, that would be like protect your money or you're moving on. Five of Pentacles is an outcome energy, and this can indicate that you may be struggling with this, or you may feel really sad that things have ended the way that things have gone. And there's just an energy of just feeling a little bit left out in the cold. But the Six of Swords tells me you're protected. It tells me that, you know, the turbulent time is over and now you're being guided towards something greater, something better. Ten of Swords, something's coming to an end. Nine of Swords, you know, it may haunt you. So, I mean, I hate giving that message, but I have to honor the cards as they've come out. I would say you're meant to meet someone new. Okay, I just feel like with the Emperor there and the Empress, if you're going through a divorce right now, some of you may be like, you know what, I don't want to have any relationship for quite some time, but the universe is lining you up with new love. Okay, someone who is loving, kind, understanding, and a perfect match for you. So those words, they may mean nothing to you right now of comfort. I totally understand. But I see that you will get through this. And on the other side, there's some really awesome things coming your way. Okay. Now, for those of you who are not in a relationship, and you're looking for love, you may have been disappointed in the past, but with the outcome card in the upright, it means that there is a union on its way for you, a love opportunity that has so much potential. But because you have the Empress there, I would say a lot of you, you've been neglecting your own needs because you've been super busy. And now is the time to readdress the balance. I feel this month is about you rediscovering something that you love doing, you know, reconnecting to it. So whether it's like a pottery class, whether it's going to the gym and weightlifting, whatever it is, I feel like you're reconnecting to it because it makes you feel good. And looking at the majority of your cards for this month, you're asking yourself, what makes me feel good? And you're connecting to more of that. Some of you may have felt like you've been living life a little bit on autopilot right now. There may have been a sense of because we've got two aces in the reverse, some of you could have had this anxiety or sense of like something was off and you didn't know what it was. It's almost like you're in this preparation mode for something that you're not really sure what is to come. So I would definitely say take things in more compartmentalized steps in life. Just focus on what it is that you love. I see that you're in a really good position right now where you're at. You're giving life the best shot that you've got with the energy and the resources that you have, and you're doing a good job. And I feel like there's even more to come. I mean, when you have the Empress energy, this is an energy of attracting more abundance, and all the hard work that you've put into your life in general or your work, I feel this is about to flourish and pay off for you. Also, the Emperor is about protecting it. So whatever it is that you have been working towards right now, whether it's you're working towards your relationships and your friendships, or whether it's towards building more money, definitely a protected time where you are, you know, protected by your guides, but also you are taking charge of your life to strategize and think for your future security is what I see there. Now also we've got the Ace of Swords. It's in the resistance position at first. Now some of you, you could, now this is only if you know this to be true already, that it's been booked. Some of you could be having a procedure this month and you may be having an operation, some sort of surgery or something like that. I feel this is about, you know, obviously preparing for that date, but just taking it easy to recover, because of course you've got the Sun card there, which is an energy card, which is all about, you know, gathering strength. It's about, you know, you sort of having confidence in the people who are treating you and getting back to best. We also have the Tower there. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor as your outcome card, it's like you may be out of action for a little bit and you may need to like just convalesce, okay? But the Emperor is like, you'll be back in charge or back in your position in no time, but just trust the process. And moving away with a lot of respect from that energy, I would just say that a lot of you are, you know, focusing on new ideas, doing things that you love this month. Of course, the Ace of Cups is connected to love, but also it's connected to mental activity and making sure that you take care of your emotional and mental needs. And with the Ace of Swords, this is about conquering a problem or, problem solving in some way and finding a solution. I would also say make sure that you are hydrated this month as well, because some of you may be a little bit dehydrated right now. That's just coming out there. But this is about protecting your mental peace. So whilst you're doing life and keeping everything running in order or smoothly there, some of you, because we have like starting positions, and what I mean by that, aces tend to be like from the beginning. So some of you could be doing some deep dive thinking into the journey that you've had since childhood. So you may be trying to basically sort through stuff, find truth of a situation, learn from it, process it so you can let it go so it doesn't impede on your future happiness and strengthens your current position. And some of you may actually find out a family secret in the month of September too. It may shock a lot of people. Because you have such intuitive energy, I feel like deep down you had a hunch, and that's probably why either you went digging or it's why you discovered the secret in the first place. I feel like it doesn't really change anything, but I feel like you may see this person or these people in a new light, okay? Now, moving on to your presiding outcome energy, we have the sun, which is about joy, it's about optimism, and of course, it's about positivity and success. So I definitely see that, this is a month where you flourish. It's a month where you readdress the balance in some way. You do what you feel is right in a circumstance. Some of you have a big decision to make. So you may be looking around at places or experiences or things that you feel you have to get in order for the month of September. And some of you may be a little bit hesitant, but you'll reflect on it. And I want you to be aware you're making the right decision. Intuitively, you'll be drawn to the right decision. It may be a hard decision, but it's the right one, okay? Now, with the sun card there, it indicates that all the building blocks to run your life and achieve the life that you aspire to are coming together. Security and, prosperity will be yours. And the Sun card is also a card of seeing things clearly. So I feel deep thinking month about the next steps on your path, strategizing perhaps for the next 5 years. It doesn't always have to be what's going on in September. Although I see a lot of you may have... Well, I'm getting two things. One is you're going to be basically booking lots of interesting events to go to over the next coming months, but some of you may have booked something that has to be rescheduled, and you may be a little bit disappointed. Also, and I don't like to give you this message, but some of you may have booked something months ago that now that September has arrived, you may not be able to attend it. And it may disappoint you briefly, but I feel like you'll get the majority of your money back, but not all of it, okay? So for example, if you've booked to go to a concert, but something has come up that prevents you to go to that concert, it could be that you sell on the tickets or you ask the provider to give you back the money because you can't go. There may be like a forfeit charge. Maybe it's a flight, maybe you're taking a trip abroad and you have to reschedule it to another time. Doesn't mean you're not going, it means that you can't do it in September, and you may have to pay a little bit extra money to change the date. I'm getting something like that coming through, so just watch that as well. Now, here we have the Tower, okay? I would say with the Sun card and the Tower first, these two cards are awakening cards. So this could be that you're like having a bit of a wake-up call in your life about not wasting time, about wanting to, explore who you are, your talents, your gifts, your neighborhood in different ways. I definitely see here that you're liberating yourself out of a stuck situation, and I feel some of you feel like you need to take a leap of faith in some area because you've been feeling a little bit like out of sorts. So it could be that you're seeking more thrilling events, more spontaneity, more fun, this lust for life kind of energy. But also it could be that with that Five of Pentacles, you feel that you're a little bit left out in a situation, or you feel that you're on the outside looking in some area of your life. And instead of trying to get involved in it, so for example, if you have a friendship group and you feel like they have been a little bit distant, I feel like you're not pushing it, you're getting on with doing your own thing, and I feel like you're going to watch them come to you because they're going to be missing you and wonder where you're at. Because I just get this sense of withdrawing. There's a major thing here of either withdrawing to do your own thing, projects, responsibilities, life in general, but also I get a sense that you are purposely withdrawing from something that you feel like you don't want to get involved in. And I feel it's really going to benefit you long term. Peace of mind. You're not meant to be involved in someone else's drama, okay? But let me just pull a card on that tower, because of course a tower can be a shocking event. So I just want to see what that is. I mean, with the Five of Pentacles and the Emperor, some of you are just looking, because you've got the Sun card, which is to illuminate so you can see clearly, looking at where there could be a potential financial fluctuation. And with the Emperor, some of you may get advice or be watching things online to learn how to protect your finances, or it could be that you are protecting your finances and, you know, you're in a really good position. But let me just pull a card on that. I'm getting a strong energy from, I mean, typically, I mean, I guess this could look like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm getting a strong energy from Italy. So there could be some major earth event. I mean, volcanoes, they've got major volcanoes there. So there could be some like major, like no-fly zones because of volcanic activity. So if you have booked a vacation, I would say this could be something to look out for, okay? I don't want to give that, but that's just what came through. So maybe that's going to affect some of you, maybe not all of you, but it just came through there. Okay, now in terms of you, this tower is you reflecting on change. It's about you looking at your progress, things that you feel disappointed or dissatisfied with, looking at how far you have to go, withdrawing in order to get clear. Some of you are trying to do something really new and daring, because the two aces there, these are like either new ways of living or lifestyle changes or new projects, new ideas, new things that you're going to love doing. So it could be that you start a course that you're going to absolutely love, whether it's creative or something that's more cerebral, where you're learning information. Whatever it is, I feel like you may be reflecting on your finances to see if you can get a discount. With that Seven of Pentacles, this is about the investment that you make in life, and you make a lot of investment. You work really hard to make your life run smoothly, but you may feel with that one pentacle there, is it worth it? I feel like, of course, you know, you're someone who has a lot of patience and there is more success to come, but you may be trying to reflect on an easier way of doing something. That Two of Swords also can indicate, because there's two people here, could indicate you and a person have had some conflict recently and you're both at a stalemate and you're watching and waiting to see who is going to make the move first. Because I feel normally you make the first move, looking at the cards and the energy. But this person, I feel like they will wait it out for a little bit longer, but they will come. They will actually come and offer some sort of olive branch or conversation to really make things clearer. Because I feel you've been a little bit confused about what happened, why it happened, and there may be some answers given to you in the month of September there as well. Now, of course, the Seven of Pentacles is about you reflecting on alternative ways of doing things so that they can be easier or more enjoyable. And I feel like also you're not afraid to admit anything that's not working for you. So this tower is basically a restructure. So a major declutter in life. It's basically anything that's not working for you, you're getting rid of it because you feel it's a waste of your time. Also, I want you to be aware that the lightning bolts, they tend to represent, you know, higher frequency energy. So anything that is not stable in your life is being blasted by that higher frequency energy. So anything that's authentic and anything that is not authentic and true, it's out. It's gone. And some of you, if you have gone through a major shock already, it could be that you're rebuilding in some way stronger and better than ever before, okay? So I feel this is really about you remembering your power and having a major awakening here. I mean, for some of you, with that Five of Pentacles, I gotta be honest, some of you are like, okay, I need to get serious about my finances because I'm out of control. So it could be with that Emperor there, you're being a little bit stricter with your budget, or you're looking at the price of things, and of course, price of everything is going up, and you know the wages are not reflecting that. So it could be that you're just getting stricter with yourself to look around for the same item but at a lower price, getting discounts across the board. I'm going to pull a card on that Five of Pentacles there, because the Five of Pentacles can indicate some sort of struggle or difficulty, but I also feel the majority energy here is that when you're shining bright and doing things and, you know, going after life with 100% energy, and suddenly you stop to take a break, because that tower can represent a break, it can indicate that suddenly your immune system, you get a cold, or, you know, just when you're about to take a vacation, the first couple of days you feel a bit off, and I feel like you're safeguarding yourself against that. But let me just pull some cards on the tower. And so resolving conflict, okay, the Justice card. Five of Wands can be conflict there. The Justice card as well, which is truth comes out. So there could be some shocking news regarding someone you know, but I've already mentioned that. You may look at them in a different way. I also feel like some of you, with that Five of Wands, you could be in training for something, and with the Justice card, it can be that you need to sign contracts, or that you have invested in something, and basically what you put in, you get out. So I feel also with the Justice card, you're going to see some real honest kind of progress in whatever it is that you've been battling away with. So I feel there is an energy here of being realistic, but at the same time, you're going to see like results. You know, the next card from the Five of Wands is the Six of Wands, which means success. So I feel like you're pretty close to achieving something, but it's been hard and you're exhausted. Can you show me about finances? I want to see if this is about finances. Queen of Swords, Nine of Cups. No, it's more about conversation. It's about healthier boundaries. It's about making sure no one takes advantage of your time, your energy, or undervalues you in any way. That Queen of Swords is you speaking your truth. It's also about you making a decision. And I feel some of you are wrestling with some of the choices that you have, and you have to make a decision on something. And that Tower, I feel like you could surprise some people with your decision. So I'm just going to give you a few examples of what I mean by that. For example, if you are someone who, you know, lives at home with your parents, suddenly you may declare you want more independence. You found an apartment across town and you're moving out, and it may shock them. They knew the day was coming, but they didn't know it was going to be now. So it may be that you have to have a conversation with them. And ultimately, with that Nine of Cups, everyone really wins in this situation. I feel like you get your wish. I feel this is also you honoring, you know, you speaking your truth out to the universe, and then the universe listening and delivering whatever it is you want. Strong manifestation skills. But also I feel like, for example, you could say to your boss, you know what, I love working here, but there's no room for maneuver. I want to grow in a company. I really want to upscale when it comes to my finances. And they may actually shock you and say, okay, well, we do have some promotions coming up a little bit later on, but unfortunately, there's not much more money. And you may be like, oh, okay, well, now I need to make my decision about whether I stay or whether I go. I mean, I do see, because looking at the Five of Pentacles there, I mean, it is an outcome energy. It can mean that you may not be able to save as much as you'd hoped for this month, but it doesn't mean that there isn't some more finances to come. I feel like this is about you being savvy with your projects and keeping on target. I'm just going to take a quick peek after this energy regarding finances for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide the Tower? Nine of Swords. Now, this energy could be, and I hate to give this message, oh my gosh, you're literally getting the same cards again. When my guides say, look, we gave you the Tower and the Five of Pentacles, and we meant the Tower and we meant the Five of Pentacles. And they really did, because those cards came out again. So it could be, you know, a shocking bill that comes in, and, you know, it could be a fine, for example, speeding fine, or it could be the Nine of Swords is like something that, yeah, give it time. Yeah, I would say more than anything, this could be either a shocking revelation that you find out about a person, or it could be that someone says something to you that hurts you, wounds you, shocks you, and it's like, we got to give it time, okay, with that Two of Wands there, because it's like, give it time to reflect. Also, I feel, yeah, the same energy. It's like you may be doing something that shocks a lot of people, and whatever it is that you do, I feel like they get to grips with it, or you're just living your truth. You're just living an authentic life. But with that Tower there and the Five of Pentacles, it could be that, you know, you're removing yourself from a situation, and it's like nobody should really overthink things because you're just living life in accordance with your own plans. And in time, they will see that you were doing the right thing for you. Okay, if that makes sense, because your final card is the Emperor, which means you're doing the right thing. It also means that, you know, you're protecting yourself in a position where there is a potential to be hurt. So if it is a friendship, or, for example, a neighbor or a boss who's micromanaging you, or I feel like you're just protecting yourself and waiting it out until the moment is right to have that conversation, if that makes sense. Now, I wish I could choose the cards for you, but I can't. I even shuffled in another deck, and my guides are like, no, the Tower and the Five of Pentacles. So the main energy I'm getting from that is a shocking bill. Okay, so just watch out for that. But the Two of Wands tells me that, you know, you will replenish. Two of Wands is like, well, the next time around, wait it out, see that, you know, things will, they will change, but it means for next month. But with that Two of Wands, the main energy I've got is like travel plans. You know, I feel this is something that could be affected as well. Two of Wands connects to travel, but ultimately I feel it's your choice, because Two of Wands is about your choice. It could also mean that for some of you, things work out in an unexpected way and you have to problem solve or find a solution. But you find that solution and you take charge of the situation. So it could be chaotic. For some of you, not all of you, but I am getting an energy. Some of you may hear of someone not coming in for work. They may be unwell, for example, and you may have to pick up the slack, because this can indicate that you have to work a little bit harder than normal. So it could be that as well. But actually, I feel it works in your favor because it sets you apart. You really arise to the situation, you take charge, and you're in command of things, and it sets you up for a promotion later on. I do see there's more money for you later on, but just not in the month of September. I got to be honest with you, okay? I feel things are at a plateau, minus a little bit of a shock bill there. I would also say I just need to pull one more card on this energy, because for some of you, you may discover that something was more money than it was supposed to, because I'm getting an energy of customer services, okay? I hate getting that energy, but it's there, so I gotta sort of explore it. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Ah, okay, the Sun. Loving that energy. So it could be that, you know, you find out that something you purchased was overcharged, or that perhaps this shocking bill, maybe it's an error, okay? Because with that Justice card, it can be to find a solution, or right or wrong, right? And you've got the Emperor there, which can be get advice, and the Ten of Pentacles is showing up, which means you can be compensated, or, I mean, the Sun card is a positive outcome. For some of you, you know, if it's like a natural occurrence when you're traveling and it's out of your control, there's definitely compensation if you are going to have a travel delay, okay? But the main one I feel is with Italy. I gotta say it, you know. Ten of Pentacles, thinking about your legacy, basically focusing on increasing your finances later on. I feel it's after September to get an increase with your finances. I have to be honest with you there. But also I feel this is like a critical look at your finances, but also with your family. I feel like spending more time with your family, and basically having that togetherness if your family are still on the earthly plane, or even your soul tribe, people that you consider close to you. I feel this is about you protecting where you're at, making sure that you connect to like-minded people, have fun, but at the same time secure yourself in a position for, you know, the next couple of years, not just financially, but just emotionally as well. I just get an energy of you in a big planning kind of mode for the month of September, probably because of your 6th house and the 12th house. So it's like the bigger picture, as it were. So we have... Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Librans? What do they need to know? We've got the 7th house. Okay, that's a lot of cards there, but they did come out, so I have to honor them. So we have dramatic change, shift in perception. It says here, unveiling, disillusion, cycles, endings, beginnings, transformation. I mean, the Tower is there, so there is a major restructure going on in some area of your life, okay? And I feel for a lot of you, you're in charge of this because of the Emperor. That is to be in charge, and that's the outcome pile, okay? But also it could be you see people in new ways. We've already discussed that. Now, we also have Neptune. Now, when you get Neptune and you get the Tower and you get a lunar eclipse, it basically means you dissolve all the illusions. So if someone has been dangling a carrot in your world, like, they're promising you a promotion, or promising you some sort of finance, or promising you something, and it never shows up, it's definitely being like dissipated now. It feels like the illusion is crashing. Everything is sort of melting away, and you're left with reality. So this is also about you casting that critical eye, taking a hard, long look at your life and being clear about what it is you want to accomplish and seeing the success of that. Because don't get me wrong, even though there's some sort of blip at the end of the month for you, I see so much success. I see so much goodness. Your presiding energy is the sun, and you've got the Emperor as your last card. So that means success, taking charge, being a leader of your life, protecting what you've got already, and being in a really powerful position, dominating your energy towards success. So it says here, dreams, illusion, fantasy, imagination, self-sacrifice, divine love, mirror, confusion, subconscious, empathy, and magic. So, I mean, this is tapping into all that you can be, and it's making your dreams become a reality. This is a time of, seeing where you're at, being honest with yourself, and focusing on where you want to be. Also, we got the 7th house, so this is all about relationships. Some of you, I've already mentioned this, if you're in a relationship, there's a nice little date night going on there, and if you're looking for love, there's definitely love as a potential coming in. And this person, they could work in the legal environment. Now, it says here, marriage, relationship, equality, business partners, true love, justice, friendships, rivals, enemies, and contracts. Now, we pretty much talked about most of that in the reading. I would say pay close attention to any new contracts you're offered. Look at the fine print. I do see, for example, some of you business partnerships. If you have a business partnership, you may hear that your business partner wants to change things radically, and maybe either you find a way to negotiate or you separate. So I feel this could be something you have to make a decision on. We've also got blue moon, once in a lifetime opportunity, and that's why that Tower, it's working for you as well to change your situation so that you become unstuck in that situation. It says once in a lifetime opportunity, the impossible is possible. Something so rare, you be lucky. Don't miss your chance. So whatever that is for you, it's a positive outcome. It's something you've manifested. That's what I feel. And it's something that you thought was impossible too, okay? Now we also have mutable moon, okay? So there's an energy of nothing is set in stone. Stay adaptable, be flexible. And it says something is changing, but it's not final. Unstable situations are melting away, scattered energy. So it could be that you're looking at energy levels this month as well, making sure that you keep balanced. We've got earth element. And it says here, stability, the physical world, nature, practicality, solid foundations, be patient, and being rooted and grounded. We've also got your guides are helping you, all is well. Okay, so that's nice to know. I could definitely feel it, and that 6 of Swords came out there as well. So that was an indication too. South Node, life's debts. Okay, the past lives, inborn gifts, what's left unfinished, lessons not learned, familiarity. Now, of course, if lessons have not been learnt, they will repeat a cycle in your life until such time as you learn the lesson and move on. It's frustrating, but once you have that breakthrough, which I see major breakthroughs for you here, it will be very rewarding. Also, I see this month you're going to be very productive, finishing what you start, and maybe even return to some projects where they're currently on the go, but I feel like you actually try to finish them, or you get a little bit further along on them. So for example, if you're writing a book, or you're writing something that's currently in motion, you may return to that and get a little further along. Close to completion is what I see there too. Also with that Five of Pentacles and the life debts with the South Node, it can also indicate that you're focusing more on repayment plans this month, bringing your debt down. So that means a little bit less money in your pocket, but you're taking down debt. So I feel like it's a win-win situation, because you've got the Justice card there, which is all about win-win situations. Your soul has returned to learn many lessons. I mean, we all do that. We have many lessons to learn. So you may have been feeling that you've been going through a bit of a struggle, but things are about to take a turn, and there will be a breakthrough, and that Emperor energy indicates that you will be secure in your situation. We've got Quincunx, okay? And this is all about challenging, require adjustments, complexity, clashes. I did mention some sort of complex clash there. Frustration, learning to compromise. We've also got Gemini energy coming through there as well. And adaptable, informative, connected, communicative, talkative, superficial, restless, love variety, curious, and social. Okay, so I mean, the social element I feel would come just after the middle of the month for you, because the beginning of the month I feel like you're a little bit withdrawn. We've also got semi-sextile. I mean, you literally got all of the cards, okay? So we've got allowing, opportunity with effort, energies attracting, and it says potential for growth and, you know, managing tempers and things like that. Now we've also got the sun, so that's showing up twice. So that is a strong indication that, of course, there's a positive outcome here. Leadership, happiness, creativity, confidence, spirit, ego, self-awareness, expression. A lot of you are thinking about launching your own business or becoming your own boss, and that is going to be a very beneficial pathway for you. Some of you may be setting up that path towards entrepreneurship, and that's why you are investing that Five of Pentacles money into startups in some way. But also we've got the water element, so I'm not surprised that I got that hydration message there for you as well. It says, trust your feelings, not using logic. Go with the flow, subtle changes, psychic dreaming, intuition, emotional. I mean, literally, you're getting the whole deck that is describing the whole reading that I just gave you. We got 12th house, and you're definitely governed by your 12th house this month, so I'm not surprised to see that show up for you. It says spirituality, healing, the unseen realm, subconscious mind, solitude, karma, forgiveness, and limiting beliefs. So a lot of you are like going back to the start and really processing the journey you've had, the upbringing you experienced, rising above challenges, maybe even going through a period of forgiveness. Sometimes we have to acknowledge that if we hold on to any sort of anger or we can't forgive something, we're actually hurting ourselves more. We do not forgive to let someone else off the hook. We forgive in order to lighten the load karmically from ourselves and free ourselves up so that we can enjoy life as much as possible. Also, we've got fire element there, so that's about you leading with your passions. And it says here, passion, sudden event. It doesn't always have to be a negative thing with the Tower. It can be a sudden event that you're really passionate about. Instant attraction. So if you're looking for love, this could be love at first sight. Assertiveness, fast, clearing, courage, spontaneity, and desire. So I would say you're leaving things on a high ultimately, but there could be some necessary moment at the end of September where you have to problem solve or rise to a challenge and take control over a chaotic situation. Maybe even some sort of sudden revelation or sudden truth comes out that shocks you, but I feel like you're calm under pressure, and you've got this, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune. We've only got one trinket, and it is the Angel Ball rune. So this means you are protected. I feel like your guides are going to be calling you, giving you lots of messages, and they're going to be protecting you during this cycle of change for you, because I do feel there are some radical changes happening. Remain flexible, and you'll see positive outcomes there too. So I'll leave it there, my beautiful Librans. I hope you find something in that reading. It was very complex, and it probably won't resonate with many, but I have to honor the energy and the cards that come out. Also, if you would like to enter a competition to win a free personal reading from me, I'm still running that second competition. It will end at the end of August, and of course this is a September reading, but I'm actually reading it in August for you, so you still have a couple of days to enter. I will be opening up another competition a little later on, but I'll let you know how to win that a little later on. So if you want to enter the August one, all you have to do is write in the comments box below, love is the answer, and my guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading, and I will upload a video announcing the person's name, so please keep your notification bell on because it will notify you and let you know if it was you who was the winner, and we can arrange how I get the reading to you. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans, and love and light.